Next up is wild birds-borne disease. In poultry, wild birds act as disease vectors of viral diseases. Next up is infectious bronchitis. It's an extremely contagious respiratory disease of chickens characterized by coughing, sneezing, and rales, also known as rattling. It can be spread through the air and can jump considerable distances during an active outbreak. The virus will survive for probably no more than 1 week in the house when poultry are not present. Symptoms include difficulty breathing, gasping, sneezing, and rales. Some birds may have a slight watery nasal discharge. One of the diseases is called Gumboro Disease. The transmission or spread of the disease can occur by direct contact, which is bird to bird, contaminated litter or feces, caretaker, contaminated air, equipment, feed, servicemen, and possible insects and wild birds. These diseases can cause severe loss. It affects on reducing the bird's ability to develop immunity to other diseases. It's the most serious effect produced by this disease. Birds inflicted with this disease have ruffled feathers, a slight tremor at onset of the disease, strained defecation, loss of appetite, and are dehydrated. Now I will be explaining about the general life cycle of these vectors. So in humans, we are known as the dead end vectors. This means we are the end host. In general, for filarial worms, they will never reach maturity and thus never reproduce. Same goes to all filarial worms. It has 5 developmental of larva stages in a vertebral host and an anthropod vector. Adult female worms produce thousands of microfilaria, whose first stage larvae are ingested by a mosquito that is taking a blood meal. Some microfilaria follow a diurnal rhythm. The next 2 stages of development occur in the insect vector. The last 2 after they are reintroduced into the vertebral host during a subsequent blood meal. Deimmunitis microfilaria takes 10 to 16 days in the vector to become a full adult in the right ventricle and pulmonary arteries of the dog. Meanwhile, the life cycle of the repens is very similar, but instead of migrating to the heart, the adult worms reside mostly in the subcutaneous tissues. So how do we prevent this? Well, first up, for rodents and rats, keep the land around the pen free from weeds, loose lumber and debris, and it's better to have the high chicken pen above the ground, and keep a pet such as a dog or cat to chase the vectors out, in this case, rodents and rats. For flies, make sure to remove the feces quickly and clean up the area after feeding time. And install fans to promote airflow. It makes them hard to fly. For mosquitoes, tidy the pen often, remove any item that can store water, change the drinking water of the chickens often, at least every 2 days, and